Most vehicles never see 200,000 miles on the odometer, and it's not bad luck that stops them. It's poor maintenance. Mechanics won't admit it, but I will. Here are 17 simple car maintenance tricks that many mechanics would rather you didn't know. Stick around until the end, because I'll share the bonus routine I personally use, the same one that's kept my old workhorse running smoothly even after 300,000 miles. Let's dive in. Trick number 17. Clear out cabin vents before swapping the filter. Most drivers just pull out the old cabin air filter and slide in a new one. Job done. But if you've ever removed one of those filters, you've probably seen leaves, bugs, dust, and other debris jammed in there like a rodent's nest. Not all of that buildup stays trapped by the filter. A lot of it settles deeper into your air ducts, especially if you often park under trees or don't use the recirculation setting. Here's the right way. Before sliding in the replacement filter, use a shop vac with a blower or even a can of compressed air. Blast out the vent housing, blow air through the outside cowl, crank it up, and let all that junk fly out. You'll be surprised at what comes shooting out. Pollen, dirt, even damp, moldy leaves. That's the stuff you've been breathing. And while you're at it, change the cabin filter at least once a year. Twice, if you drive dusty back roads or live in a dry, dusty climate. Don't go by that every 15,000 miles rule. That just lets dirt circulate through your lungs. And don't pay the dealership $80 for something you can do yourself in 5 minutes with a flashlight. Trick number 16. Lubricate door hinges and weather stripping. If your car doors squeak in the rain, that's your car crying out for attention. Dry hinges aren't just noisy. Metal rubbing on metal eventually wears down the hinge. Once the doors sag, you'll be slamming them just to get them closed, and that's when latches break and alignment shifts. The rubber weather stripping around your doors needs care too. If it dries out and cracks, water sneaks inside, which quickly leads to mold and rust. My routine? A couple of times a year, I spray every hinge with white lithium grease, using the straw nozzle to reach into pivot points. For the weather stripping, I apply a thin coat of silicone spray or dielectric grease on a rag and wipe it along the rubber. It takes 5 minutes and maybe $5, but it can save hundreds in door repairs while keeping your cabin sealed and quiet. Trick number 15. Torque lug nuts properly. Ever tried removing a wheel only to feel like you're about to throw your back out? That's usually because a shop hit your lug nuts with an impact gun and ignored torque specs. Over-tightened lugs aren't just inconvenient. They can warp brake rotors, strip wheel studs, or even snap while you're driving. Every car has a recommended torque spec, usually between 80 and 100 foot-pounds. Here's the safe method. Hand tighten your lugs first, then use a torque wrench to finish in a star pattern. If you use an impact gun, make sure it has a torque stick, though I still don't fully trust it. And if someone else worked on your wheels, double check when you get home. I've seen brand new brake jobs ruined because the lugs were cranked down like a gorilla tightened them. Remember, wheels should be secure but not over-tightened. Trick number 14. Apply anti-seize on spark plug threads. Have you ever tried removing a spark plug that just won't budge? That's not just stuck, it's seized. Aluminum cylinder heads and steel spark plugs make a bad combination. Add heat, moisture, and time. And the two metals bond like a rusted bolt on a farm truck. Force it too hard and you'll strip the threads, leaving you with a costly head repair. The solution is simple. A tiny dab of anti-seize compound on the spark plug threads. Not on the electrode tip, just the threads. Nickel or copper-based anti-seize from a brand like Permatex works great. Don't overdo it though, a light coat is enough. Some modern spark plugs come pre-treated, but on older, high-mileage engines or in harsh climates, I'd rather be safe than end up installing a helicoil. With anti-seize, your plugs should back out smoothly even after 60,000 miles. Trick number 13. Protect electrical connectors with dielectric grease. If you've ever chased down an electrical issue that only shows up when it rains, You know how frustrating it can be. 9 times out of 10, the culprit is a corroded connector. Moisture and electricity don't mix. A single drop of water inside a plug can make tail lights flicker, cause random sensor errors, or even trigger engine misfires. The fix is easy. Dielectric grease. Anytime you unplug a connector, whether it's a spark plug boot, a sensor, trailer wiring, or any other electrical plug, apply a thin coat of dielectric grease to the pins or inside the boot. It prevents water, dust, and corrosion from sneaking in. Don't worry, it won't interfere with the connection since it's non-conductive and specifically designed for this job. Just don't smear it everywhere. A light coat is all you need. You'd be surprised how many electrical headaches are nothing more than dry or corroded connectors. A little tube of grease can save you hours of chasing gremlins. Trick number 12. Replace the PCV valve regularly. Ever wondered what stops your engine from filling up with sludge? It's that little one-way valve called the PCV, short for positive crankcase ventilation. Its job is simple. It lets blow-by gases escape from the engine and get burned off in the intake instead of building up inside. The problem? Over time, the PCV valve clogs up with oil vapor and carbon deposits. When it sticks shut, pressure builds inside the engine, leading to blown gaskets, oil leaks, and sludge formation. Most people never think to replace it. And mechanics rarely bring it up, but I've seen entire engines ruined because of this $10 part. Here's what to do. Every 30,000 miles or so, pull the PCV valve and shake it. If it rattles, it's still working. If it doesn't, swap it out. Some are easy to replace by hand, others need a wrench, but either way, it's a 5-minute job that can prevent thousands of dollars in damage. A clean breathing engine starts with a healthy PCV valve. Trick number 10, avoid driving through deep water. See a flooded street and think you can make it? Don't risk it. That puddle could destroy your engine. Water sucked into the intake leads to what's called hydrolock. Since water can't be compressed, the pistons slam into it, bending rods, cracking blocks, and seizing engines instantly. I've seen more hydro-locked motors than I can count, all from people who thought they could power through a little water. It doesn't take much. As little as 6 inches of standing water can be enough to get sucked into a low intake. Sedans, SUVs, even trucks can fall victim. And it's not just the engine. Deep water can fry sensors, short electronics, destroy exhaust systems, and soak your interior, turning it into a moldy swamp. So here's the rule. If you can't see the bottom, don't risk it. Turn around, wait it out, or find another route. One bad decision can total your vehicle in seconds. Trick number 9, never blast your engine bay with water. After washing the car, a lot of folks think, why not clean under the hood too? So they grab the garden hose or pressure washer and spray away. Big mistake. Your engine bay may look rugged, but it isn't built to take a full blast of water. Those sensors, coils, connectors, and modules aren't waterproof. I've seen engines refuse to start after an enthusiastic rinse because water seeped into a plug and wouldn't dry for days. I've also seen alternators fried, coils shorted out, and check engine lights triggered all because someone thought their motor should sparkle. If you want it clean, wipe it down. Instead, use a degreaser and a damp rag. Steam cleaning is also safe if done carefully. And if you absolutely must use water, keep the pressure low and cover sensitive parts like the fuse box and alternator. Your engine doesn't need to shine. It just needs to run reliably. Trick number 8, invest in a reusable air filter. Most people replace their air filter every 12 to 15,000 miles, sometimes more often if they live in dusty areas. That adds up fast. A smarter option is a reusable, washable air filter. Brands like K&N, AFE, and Spectre make high-quality filters designed to last the life of the car. Yes, they cost more up front, around $60 to $80, but after that, you're done buying replacements. Just clean and re-oil them every 30,000 miles, or more often if you drive in dusty conditions. In cities, you may even stretch it further. These filters also breathe better than most paper ones, which can improve throttle response and sometimes even fuel economy. Just remember, follow the cleaning instructions carefully. Don't over-oil it. Too much oil can foul your mass airflow sensor. Treated right, a washable filter is a one-time purchase that keeps paying off. Trick number 7. Consider a snorkel, even for daily driving. Think snorkels are only for hardcore off-roaders? Not true. A properly installed snorkel raises your engine's air intake above the hood, so it pulls in cleaner, cooler air. That means less dust, fewer contaminants, and safer breathing for your engine during heavy rain or deep puddles. Even daily drivers, trucks, vans, SUVs can benefit, especially in dusty rural areas, flood-prone regions, or near construction sites. A snorkel won't give you more horsepower, but it does protect against hydrolock and keeps your filter from clogging too quickly. It's not just about rock crawling in Moab. It's about being prepared for the unexpected. Trick number 6. Use high-mileage oil for older engines. Once an engine passes 75,000 miles, it's not sealed as tightly as when it was new. Gaskets shrink, seals stiffen, tolerances loosen, and regular oil starts slipping past. That's when you notice oil leaks, burning oil, or noisy lifters. The fix is high-mileage motor oil. These oils are blended with seal conditioners that help old gaskets swell slightly, reducing leaks. They also contain extra detergents to fight sludge buildup inside tired engines. Good brands include Valvoline Max Life, Castrol GTX High Mileage, and Mobil 1. I've used them myself and seen engines quiet down, leaks reduce, and oil consumption drop noticeably. It won't repair a blown gasket, but it can buy you extra years of smooth running. Trick number 5, inspect your old oil filter instead of tossing it. Most people yank the old oil filter, throw it in the trash, and never think twice. Big mistake. That filter is like a little black box for your engine, holding clues about what's happening inside long before you hear a knock or see a warning light. Here's what to do. After removing the filter, look at the outside first. If it's bloated, dented, or collapsed, that could mean the filter clogged or its bypass valve failed. Cheap filters are especially prone to this. Next, cut it open with a filter cutter or hacksaw and check the pleats. Shiny metal flakes? That could be bearing wear or piston damage. Thick black sludge? That's a sign of carbon buildup, often from stretching oil changes too long or using poor quality oil. Every oil change is a chance to learn about your engine's health. Don't waste the opportunity. Trick number 4. Don't blindly trust dealerships for maintenance. Not every dealership is bad, but many put sales quotas ahead of real service. I've worked behind those counters. I've seen the unnecessary flushes, the urgent repairs that weren't urgent, and the $900 bills handed to people who only came in for an oil change. That's why I always recommend finding a trusted local mechanic. Look for someone who owns the shop or at least puts their name on their work. Ask around, read reviews, and stick with someone who values long-term trust over short-term upsells. Dealerships are fine for warranty work, but for regular maintenance, a good independent mechanic will treat you better and save you money. Trick number 3, use fuel injector cleaner 3 tanks in a row. Pouring in 1 bottle of injector cleaner and expecting instant results is like brushing your teeth once a month and expecting perfect dental health. It doesn't work that way. Fuel injectors get dirty over time, especially if you run cheap gas, and it takes more than 1 treatment to clean them. The right method, run a quality cleaner through 3 tanks back to back. Brands like Techron, Lucas, and Seafoam all work well. Pour it in before filling up, run the tank nearly empty, then repeat 2 more times. By the 3rd tank, you'll usually feel the difference. smoother idle, quicker starts, better throttle response, and improved mileage. For high mileage engines especially, this routine is a game changer. Trick number 2, stick to quality oil filters. You could use the best oil on the market, but if your filter is junk, you're just pumping dirty oil back through your engine. Not all filters are created equal. Some collapse, clog prematurely, or allow contaminants to slip through. After cutting open hundreds of filters, the ones I trust are Mobil 1, K and N, Wix, Fram Ultra Synthetic, and Bosch Premium. These filters use durable housings, high-quality synthetic media, and solid anti-drainback valves. Mobil 1 and Fram Ultra are excellent for extended oil intervals up to 10,000 miles. K and N filters are great for their strong flow and easy removal nut. Wix is known for rock-solid build quality, and Bosch quietly makes some of the best all-around filters available. They cost a little more, but they protect your engine far better than bargain bin filters ever could. Trick number 1. Don't top off brake fluid without checking the pads. You open the hood, see the brake fluid a little low, and think, I'll just top it off. Not so fast. Low brake fluid doesn't always mean a leak. It often means your brake pads are wearing down. As the pads thin, the caliper pistons extend, and the fluid level naturally drops. If you just keep topping it off, you're masking a warning sign. Worse, when you eventually replace the pads, the fluid level rises again. If you've overfilled it, it can spill out, and brake fluid is highly corrosive. It will eat your paint. Another point, brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. If it looks dark or dirty, it needs a flush, not a top-off. So before adding any, check your pads. Don't just treat the symptom, find the cause.